Startup at this stage, you're not an entry-level startup. You're matured startups, matured founders yourself. So they can't be just one track for all of you sitting over here. So hence there's a customized track for every startup as well, in which the problems are defined and found by the investors, and we work with you in addressing those problems during the customized period. So you can have us 1, 2, 3 customized gaps, and on a customized basis, we will align the right mentors and advisors to you who will help you address those gaps. And then the next job is of you to implement those things or execute those strategies in real life. Now, why do we say that the program is investment readiness program? Is because the power of both of these lines, both of these flows together makes a startup investment ready. And this is the power that we are going to leverage during these 100 days and beyond. We've gone through this slide as well. The entire idea of having 6 investment partners, all 6 from different theses, 3 of them are angel networks, 3 of them are funds, right? Is because we deliberately wanted a diverse group of investment partners working along with us.
The program itself has been very well thought of. It incorporates a lot of my learnings of how we finally end up raising a cumulative of almost 100 million USD. So a lot of learnings that I've had over my journey over the past 6 years of raising 3 or 4 multiple rounds, closing rounds with multiple investors. I think that is what we've tried to build into the program structure as such. But at the end of the day, if you're not engaging with the program, अगर सोना बट रहा है, आप ले नहीं रहे हो तो कोई फायदा नहीं है, आपको मिलेगा. And the programs are very well thought about. Like if I have to take one instance, why branding first? Because you finish your branding capsule first, you start your branding exercises. By the time you finish your cohort 100 days later, the investors have now heard about you from various sources. वो सुनते हैं कि भाई बहुत सारा buzz हो रहा है स्टार्टअप के बाद. So their inclination to give you a patient or a better earning is much better. Also, they look at a lot of they believe that this is a secondary validation which has happened. So when a print article or a news media prints something, they are supposed to do some kind of validation before they print it out, right? So they assume that the numbers that you're quoting in your PR, in your branding, in your marketing exercises have been validated by somebody else, and they accept it as a norm. So that is why branding comes first.
When we did our initial ICPs or we did our initial GTM strategies, we did some KPIs, but we really lacked the storytelling part of the entire process. So that's where we were introduced to Tim Hendricks. He's from the US. At that point, he was part of the Agility Ventures. So the first question he asked me is, you can show me your cash flow. I was like, okay. I didn't know what was that. And then he basically made me why exactly you have to do the cash flow part. We had some fund in the bank account. We had some customers paying it, but we never really made that exercise. Okay, how do my cash flow? So he made us literally do that for 2 weeks just to get the cash flow statement. Those kind of small things, once you put it in practice, you don't believe. Today, we are talking to a couple of fund houses, and I say that, hey, this is my Google Drive where all the documents are. They just see it for 1-2 days and they say, okay, that's fine. Everything is in order. Let's talk something else.
Just heard a pitch about an hour ago. They're already doing about 30 plus crores revenue, but the pitch was not at all exciting to me, right? They didn't have a team slide. They didn't have a slide which said how much money they are actually looking to raise. Things like that, right? I mean, the basics. The other basics that I cover, in fact, with the same startup I've covered with so many, is the equity structure of your cap table, right? I mean, how much? So these days I call it the uncle problem. People give 10% away for 10 lakhs of their startup, right, to an uncle. Now there are 2 problems there. One, for 10 lakhs you're giving 10%. The other, it's an uncle, right, which is a bigger problem. And one of the startups which was part of T-Hub, which I invested and exited to a large company, had the problem till the end, till they got acquired. It's not an easy problem to get away with. So I think these 2 problems, so what Angel would really do and help is not only help you raise money, but also help you structure it for the long term.
When I started the first synergy, and I was there in Lab T2, we told that we are trying to build an LinkedIn or an platform where blue collar jobs can search for jobs. So we started with a very simple problem, and once we went into the ground and saw there are lots of problems. It's not only the job part. There are lots of other things that has to be taken care for the blue collar jobs. So that's where we evolved ourselves, and we sat with the T-Hub team in Lab 32 and identified the number of problems and how to solve them and everything. So once you have solved the problem, when you know everything to do, then you have the next thing to do. That is what you need to have a product or a services where you go and reach out to the masses or reach out to your customers and the target audience who can understand you and use your services.
if any customer wants to make a payment in their preference mode, we offer that. We route the payment to the payment gateway which offers that kind of a payment or which offers that payment mode. So also we are specialized in success-based routing, wherein if Razorpay or any payment gateway does not respond in the stipulated time, we route the transaction out automatically to the next available payment gateway. Unlike an Amazon, where they have a specific team sitting over there to monitor all transactions and see if the payment gateway is down. Because if you are tied up with any payment gateway and they're a part of the big billion day offers of Amazon or Flipkart, there are chances that the payment gateway could be down. So we route all the transactions to the next available payment gateway irrespective. There is no human intervention required. We make sure that any transaction that hits your website or your platform, could be a mobile app, anything, we make it a sale. That's what we specialize in.
So what Buddy does is, so we procure the assets from the OEMs, the spare parts from the OEMs, and we add tech and add value to the vehicle by making it completely digitalized. And we also give it to the beat. So our target and focusable market right now is into the two segments. Phase 1, we are focusing on the B2B. So 80% of our fleet is given to the B2B segment and 20% is given to the B2C segment. So we are dealing with a lot of vendors like Amazon, Flipkart, BigBasket, Dunzo, so Swiggy and Zomato as well. So a B2C segment is something that we want to focus going forward. So we're looking to add more fleet. So I think right now we are operational only in Hyderabad. We have about 1,000 vehicles on road. So we have two segments there. One is the low speed segment, one is the high speed segment. We are operational only in Hyderabad and we're looking to expand to different cities. We are looking to expand into Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore. So we have already existing orders with Swiggy, Zomato and a few other delivery companies as well.
We came into this there was some problems going on. So we thought, what was the problem? How it can be tackled? Everybody, all the veterinarians, how much ever we came across, they all have it in the register and they are having it. Maybe after 1 or 2 years, they don't know what happened with that cattle previously, what sort of medicines they used, how it was treated, nothing is there. So then we thought, okay, fine, we will see how the tax system is working. And many of them, we came to know that the tax system is also not working properly and it is not entered or the data are not kept it properly. Then we came across the unique identification called muzzle ID. I don't know how many of you all have seen the cattle. In between the two nostrils, you can see some regas. That rega is like the fingerprint for us. It's unique for each and every cat. So whether it is buffalo or cow. And now we are just we are trying our best for the goats and sheep and dogs and pets all.
We provide buy now, pay later e-grocery service to the low-income households of India. And this includes both people residing in rural villages and the urban geographies as well. We provide doorstep deliveries. We provide interest-free credit limits. We provide them insurance to cover the credit that they avail from us. And we make sure that we do all of this using, transparency. So it's been 2.5 years now. Every month we do about 2,500 orders and our monthly sales is 55 lakh rupees. The idea here is to raise money for future growth and also learn from all of you.
So at Anytime Diesel, we took the advantage of the technology and we simplified the supply chain by removing the middlemans. So we have agreements with oil companies, IOCL, HP and BP, all the major companies, where we can procure the fuel directly at the terminals. So from the terminal, we directly deliver at the doorstep of the customer. Not only the end-to-end B2C, we also do it for B2B. So that is like what the USP is about our company.
How do we improve our diversity for 30-40%? That was always an ice-breaking point for me, and as a leader we felt that, okay, how do we improve that and all stuff. Then while we're talking to various organizations to solve that particular problem in improving diversity in organizations, I was dealing with 5 different firms, 5 different models to bring in that. So that's where me and Samir, part of Genpact those days, and felt that, okay, why don't we create a tech platform which helps making all these 5 different things in one place, create tech application which helps organizations.
So during our journey, we kind of identified the initial gateway to AI solutions is kind of very steep for startups
and SMEs and medium to below medium large scale companies. So we kind of thought of building a platform where we can provide any AI solution as an API. As part of this, we kind of segregated most commonly used AI problems like computer vision, OCR, segmentation, instant segmentation, and we build a no-code ML platform where a person with no technical knowledge can come onto the platform, train their model with their own data set, and kind of generate an API. And using an API, they can just simply integrate this API into their existing application or mobile app or web application. We are kind of cloud agnostic at this moment and also platform agnostic. We can be integrated with any programming language, front and back end. So that's kind of one of our USPs.
In the process of journey, we understood the market size. As on date, the market size is 50,000 crores in India of this IT hardware repair. So we are addressing this market, and as per MAIT, it's a forum which is into IT forum. They analyzed by 2025 this industry will be growing to 1.5 lakh crores market size. So we are going to address that market size.
So the launch of ONDC, those who don't know ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce, which is promoted by the central government, which has created a lot of opportunity for us, basically in a way that currently the retailers, though we have started 3 years ago, we have seen ups and downs during this process. 2020, we have partnered with central government and launched CSC Gramin e-store, which was accepted widely during that time. So then they parted ways and they launched their own platform of CSC Gramin e-store.
I got an idea of how about we build a crowdsourcing platform, where marketplace kind of a thing, wherein to all the employers, we are proposing that whenever you need people to be hired on an immediate basis, you come to us. And the way we are going to solve that is basically we are building a technology-based aggregation platform of aggregating all these recruitment companies. So that's how we actually aggregate, and we basically take the mandates from the employer, and we actually insist to all the recruitment companies that they should supposed to source only people who are available immediately or less than 30-day notice period only. So, and we tried and tested this model. We have 20 plus customers, $1 million, and so many types of customer service segment and product companies. And we also have hundreds of recruitment vendors who became our partners and started sourcing these immediate joiners, where we are actually doing a matchmaking of these two. Getting data together itself is a big challenge for brands. Okay? And they are not, when we talk about brands, they are not techies like most of you. They are basically people who want to grow their brands. They are not technically equipped to do all this heavy lifting of data engineering and data analytics, right? So we connect all their sources. On an average, each brand would work with 15 to 20 different data sources. We bring data all together. And then we've taken 4 personas. We've taken performance marketing, we've taken revenue, we've taken supply chain, and we've taken growth. And for each of these personas, we actually have automated the entire workflow. So basically, when let's say a performance marketer connects their Google Ads, Facebook Ads, any of their payment performance marketing channels, the dashboard is ready in less than 10 minutes.
I even came up with my brand called Epico. Now, Epico is a brand which has multiple digital products under it. And the best part about this particular brand is that any product that is built on emerging technologies, namely blockchain, artificial intelligence, machine learning, AR and VR. Now, what did I solve there? So the physical experience of where you purchase a toy, let's say Batman, a physical Batman toy, and then you want to watch Batman's movie or animation and you want to play it on PlayStation. All that physical experience, you put it into one single application, and that was named Epico Regal, which is available on Android and iOS.
We have a lot of programs going on. So as you can see right behind me, we're kicking off our angel funding program. This is a program called T-Angel. This is the 5th cohort, and today we have about 11 startups, several investors who are here. So this is one example. Just this day, we did an internship mela. We have at about approximately 90 startups, and approximately we got 4,000 applications for internship. Approximately about 1,000 young people get a chance to intern, to live life in a startup, to understand the experience and all of that. We also had an event with the with Austrade, which is the Australian Trade Commission. So they are looking at how to engage with the innovation and startup ecosystem here. Apart from which, of course, we had many conversations with corporates, etc.
It's really exciting to see such high potential startups joining us from all across India. Give you a brief, there were 675 applications that we received from all across the country. and only 13 of them could make it to the program, which is through rigorous screening by us, by technology, and by our partner investors. I'm really excited to work with them in these 100 days and help them scale up.
We are very happy to support T Angels. I think it's a great initiative. Having been part of T Hub for 2 years, I know how such programs can really help startups. I think hearing to the 10 odd startups today, I understand what all help we can contribute from a T Angel perspective, both as an investor and as a program manager for the whole thing. For example, the pitches that I heard, with some fine tuning can really excite an investor. And that's what I think the whole program will achieve. Happy to be associated and glad to see the energy in the room today.
Today I'm at T Hub. I'm happy to have been incubated by them as one of the 13 startups out of the 675 startups. So today is a very amazing, fabulous day, I would say, because I'm here at T Hub, and the event that they have conducted has loads of other startups, exciting startups, mentors and VCs that have joined us. And I really cherish this event. A little about my studios. My studios is into animations, into game development, augmented reality, virtual reality solutions. We have come up with a brand called Epico, which is into Indian mythology. I'm really excited to be here today, and some of the awards that I wanted to mention is the Barclays Award, Entrepreneur People Choice Award that we received, the Toykathon 2021 award that we received, and we also are incubated by T Hub, which is again a milestone and an achievement for us. Happy to be here and interact with more. This experience is really amazing. If you're not in this program, you should apply to this program and you should be part of this cohort, even for an experience.